Yes, sir. Let's go. Victory Monday, Victory Monday. With your boy, Mr. B-E-A-Z-Y 215 No Easy Outlet, the podcast. And you know what it is. It's your boy. You see it. You see it. You see what we doing. Victory Monday. It's only been 4 weeks and we already enjoying 4 of them. 4 Victory Mondays. It's your boy. Let's talk about it. Eagles 4-0. We knew the schedule was going to be rough. We 4 weeks through it. Has it all been pretty? It ain't all been pretty. But it ain't got to be pretty. The NFL is full of competition. They said it was a hard schedule for a reason, so we knew the competition we was going against. And every week that we go into a game, it's how much better than us that other team is, how much better that other team's quarterback is more than ours, how much more they trust what they got going on over there more than they trust what we got going on over here. And week after week, a matter of fact, 20 of them in like a row, it's been belt to ass, coming out with the dub. Been a long time since we had to sit and reflect on the loss. So if the program ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Just keep trying to improve on what you got going on. You feel me? 4-0, 4th Victory Monday in a row. And yet and still, even though we not in our final form, they still talking about woulda, coulda, shouldas and how we shoulda lost. Everybody want to know what we would have did if we would have lost for 4 weeks. 4 weeks in, and they still will never know because we didn't lose. So, look, Eagles Nation, we here 4-0, chasing the road back to the bowl. And look, everybody ain't got to like it. We already know how they rock with us. They don't like us, cool. Let them sit on the outside while we are still, today, on this Victory Monday, one of 2 undefeated teams left standing. One of 2 undefeated teams left standing. On Sunday, somebody got booted from the undefeated club, and it wasn't us. Somebody got their card punched and kicked out of the undefeated club. Listen, they got flagged. The Bucs is out of there. They no longer undefeated. We still undefeated. The Bills still undefeated. The rest of the NFL, they hating from outside of a club they can't even get in. They hating from outside of a club they can't even get in. It's cool. Program ain't broke. Don't try to fix it. Just work on keep trying to improve it. We had the same issue with Kellen Moore. He had to learn how to fit our system and play with the toys that we got at this house. And I just give Kevin Patullo some time. Do I like everything that he's doing? Hell no. Do I think the runs with Saquon is very basic and uncreative and imaginative? Yes, I do. I'm hoping that it's going to improve and work as he learns how to adjust to the game and the talent that he has. If I'm not mistaken, this is his first time in this position. I know it ain't pretty, but we winning. So I know we did the 10-0 thing and we complained in there too and didn't want to wait till the wheels fall off the wheels fell off the rails. And we had a disgruntled A.J. Brown then, and it looks like we have a possible disgruntled A.J. Brown now. Is it disgruntled or is it flashbacks to the 10-0 season of what happened and you know what I mean, not wanting to travel back down that road? The same as many of us are saying. But if you think we saying it, the players saying it, you don't think they hear all the noise? I'm just saying Sometimes we gotta just let them cook. They gonna figure it out. They after 5 weeks they found the program last year that worked for what they had going on, and they won a Super Bowl. I mean, the AJ Brown tweets and things like that, frustration from players. I feel like a portion of that just come with the game. Do I feel like AJ Brown should have matured a little? In my opinion, my guy always open. I'm not mad at you. I agree with what you're saying. You're the type of player that it should be more creative to get you the ball. And I'm with you on all of that. The only part I don't like is the optics, right? Because you've been here in Philly long enough. Forget the league, forget experience, media training, all that. You've been here in Philly long enough that you know how to talk go. You know what's going to happen when you open your mouth and you say something. You've been here long enough. You've been through that, the trade rumors, AJ. You've been through all of that. I would just think that as a captain, a leader, a guy who's been here, Jalen's your friend, that you would have grown to the point that you should know that you don't have to say that. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm like, what is the thrill that you get out of putting them type of tweets out? Not that you can't, you a human, you free just like the rest of us to do what you want. But what is it that you get out of putting that out there besides the firestorm that's going to come with it, that you know is going to come with it? I don't understand why you have to even pick your phone up and hit send on that button. That's what I'm confused about when it comes to the A.J. Brown situation. Not that he's wrong. I think he's right because he deserves to be able to speak his mind and say that he's been here long enough. He is one of the best Eagles receivers of all time in his short time being here. So he has the right to, but I'm just saying, I think it's the way you go about it. And I just think that especially when you close to the guy who carries himself a certain different way, and you're not just a teammate, you close to the guy who carries himself a different way. I would just think that some of that would rub off a little bit in your approach, because there's no need, in my opinion, to hit send on that button. Even if you feel that way, you got every right, and probably 65% of the fan base feel how you feel too. But you didn't have to hit send on that button. You could have called. You could have broke a pencil or anything at the meeting, in the meeting room, to express, like, I don't know, but you just didn't have to hit send on that, in my opinion. Not that it's not your right, not that you're wrong, not that I even disagree with your frustration. It's just that when it comes to this, I'm not even, in the league, but I've been watching this game long enough, especially Philadelphia, and I done seen enough guys in all our sports, Ben Simmons, Joseph, all these guys, and like, it's what you say, how you say, and what's unnecessary to be said, and that's kind of like basic 101. And when it comes to that aspect, I would just expect better from one of our top guys, right? Because the team is 4-0. I get that you are spectacular talent, just like Saquon, Devontae, Goddard, and Jahan Dotson. Look, who barely get targets. And there's no reason that at number 3, Jahan Dotson shouldn't be eating while they even thinking about stopping Saquon and y'all. Jahan Dotson should be tearing the league up from underneath, but he's not because of the way the offense. And I get that, but you're winning, right? And if anybody should be complaining in this situation, I feel like it's Jahan Dotson. Because Jahan Dotson is a number 3 receiver who's probably not going to be on this team. He's very underutilized, gets very little targets, and his option was declined by the team, and he's chasing a bag. He needs to run yards up. He needs catches. He needs touchdowns to influence other teams to want to drop the bag on him that the Eagles are not. Based off of what his production is now, he's not going to command no big contract. I'm surprised the Eagles wouldn't try to bring him back because of the way they use him. He's not going to get a big contract on the market. He's going to have like one of them prove-it deal type things when he could probably be somebody's bona fide number 2, if not 1A, and definitely a solidified 3. So that's a guy I could see maybe causing these type of waves. Not a guy like AJ or Smitty. And shout out to Smitty, who listen, this ain't got to do with AJ versus Smitty. I'm just saying, if you look at the way dudes carry themselves, you got to commend the way that Smitty is going about business. You don't think that Smith is capable of tearing this league up and want more catches and stuff, but he just handling business. And he's probably got the same exact feelings as AJ, but he just not doing it publicly. He not putting on it. It's just a way he going about it that I like versus the way AJ is going about it. Not that I think that AJ is wrong or this is a Smitty versus AJ type of thing, but that's just the way I personally feel that this should not even really be. I get the frustration. Be frustrated. Voice all of that. Talk to the coaches. Try to have more input. We already heard you say this about them not listening back the 10-0 season that collapsed. So it's not a strange thing. It's not far-fetched. We've heard this about the Eagles' upper management and the way they handle Nick Sirianni and the other coaches. So it's not far-fetched. Nobody's disputing that, disagreeing with you. 100% agree with you, AJ. But it's just like you... Okay, being frustrated when you win it, okay, maybe, it don't have to be this hard. Okay, but sometimes that's just the day at the office. At the end of the day, you're paid at the top of you're paid at the top of your receiver game. At the top of the receivers, you and Smitty, y'all up there. Maybe not the top because of the way it goes. Soon as somebody get paid, the next guy get paid, but y'all up there. You're comfortable. So whether you make one catch with one target and we win, or you get 15 targets with 13 catches for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns and we win. You're paid. The numbers, the targets, all of that should only matter if you in a position like Jahan Dotson. If you're in a Jahan Dotson position, I 100% go spaz out, crash out, go diva mode. You trying to get paid, they're not helping you get paid, and they don't look like they got plans on bringing you back. Cool. I would understand, but you're paid. You got the years, you got the money, and everything you asked for. So whether you get one target or for one target for 10 yards or 15 targets, 13 catches, 200 yards, 4 touchdowns, you're paid at the top of your position. What you wanted, you negotiated, y'all met, you got years, you got the money, you comfortable. You and Devontae Smith right now. So there's days when all regular people in their job go to work and you just have an easy day where it's like, man, I could have not showed up and nothing would have happened and the day would have still went. You know, you have those days sometimes at work. And then you have those days where it's like 1 million people called out and you got to do 1 million people job and it's busy. You know, there's those type of days. And if you only get one target and all of that, you had an easy day at the office for what you get for a game check. Now, maybe that's crazy to me to say. And maybe it's like, that's off the topic of in the game. No, you got to think, you get a whole game check to go out there. And if you get one target for 10 yards and you played 60 minutes of football and your team won the game, cool. Maybe you wanted more targets. I ain't mad at you for like, oh man, y'all could have got me the ball and everything. But at the end of the day, for what you get a game and you barely had to get dirty, you just had to basically run around and be a decoy for 60 minutes. What are we talking about? That's the part that just bothers me and blows my mind. But outside of that, I 100% feel AJ. Like, I get it. Some things need to change. It could be better, all of that. But you're 4-0. Your game check is what you wanted. You negotiated. You got top money for receivers. You up there. So if you got a cool day at the office for 60 minutes, all you had to do was run around with your helmet and have some dudes look at you and chase you around for 60 minutes, and you got the game check and your team won, and your team's still at the top of everything, and you know what I mean? I don't see what is the need to hit the send button. Like, feel how you want to feel because you got it right, but I don't see the need to hit the send button. But it's Victory Monday. We gonna have all week to dissect that and probably break down what the talking heads is gonna be talking about on that note. But it's Victory Monday. We ain't running around here celebrating no ties. We ain't running around here kumbaya that the people that been whipping our backside out for the couple of years didn't beat us, but we didn't win either. We not running around here doing that. We not them. You know what I mean? We gotta focus on getting better, but we are winning. Imagine winning and all of these things that people say you can improve on. Man, if all those pieces that people want us to improve on, quote unquote, improve on, come together, we're going to be unstoppable. Unstoppable. Like, just think about it. If we went in and we 4-0 and we done won 20 games, including the Super Bowl, in a row, and we have along that way, you got the Nick Wrights and everybody else in the world complaining about what we got going on and how we should fix this and need to do that to improve. Man, if all those pieces come together, what the rest of the league going to do? What the rest of the league going to do if all those pieces that they talk about come together? I don't know, but we're going to get into that later in the week. It's your boy, Mr. B-EAZY215, No Easy Outlet, the podcast. We out, you dig? Let's go, Birds!
This is a message to all the haters out there. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan.